Archway, better known as the Great Platte River Road Archway. It spans 300 feet over Interstate I-80, just east of Kearney, Nebraska. This was opened in the year 2000. In fact, President Bill Clinton at the time visited this that summer. And what this was opened for was a tribute to the history of Nebraska. I read that Disney Imagineers, or a team at Disney, helped put this exhibit together. And I'm about to check this out. We're going to experience this. Come with me across I-80 on a Nebraska adventure. Let's see what this is all about. This is Eric with the Get Me Out of Here vlog. I invite you to tag along and let's experience the infamous archway spanning I-80. They even have a human maze in the shape of a fort, an old Western fort sitting right outside this massive archway. Gotta love the iconic symbol of the buffalo. Hundreds of thousands of these, maybe even millions. I don't know if that's an over-exaggeration. Used to roam the prairie out here in the American frontier. Unfortunately, almost hunted to extinction, but they are coming back. You also have native prairie plants right outside this museum. Oh wow, gotta love the old sign, the Hammer Motel. I was just at a Hammer Bar at Sam's No. 3 in Denver, and it looks like this was an original hotel. No longer in service today, the Hammer Motel in Kearney offered modern conveniences from 1947 to 1987. All right, well, here we go. The Great Platte River Road. It's not Plate, it's pronounced Platte. River Road Archway. There's a plaque noting, dedicated to the strength of the pioneer spirit, July 4th, 2000, almost 20 years ago. There's even a couple quotes here, I guess, from President Bill Clinton at the time. Today, Interstate 80, our nation's busiest transcontinental superhighway, travels the course along with our nation's first fiber optic line, demonstrating that the pioneer trail of yesterday continues to be the route of the pioneers tomorrow. It's also a quote from then Governor Frank Morrison. And your name is, sir?
My name is Crazy Meek.
Crazy Meek?
Yes, sir.
Why are you crazy?
I don't know. That's what they call me out here.
So you're an explorer of the American West?
I'm a trapper, young feller.
Okay.
We come out here before the pioneers did.
Yes.
And they come in out here, rent the creeks, plowed up the ground. It ain't good trapping no more.
Yeah, well, that's too bad.
Well, it is.
It is too bad. Is there anywhere else you can go to trap, or are you stuck in Nebraska for the time being?
Well, I had to get up there with them Canadians to find any beaver anymore.
Ah, yes, beaver pelts. Those are valuable, right?
Well, I get $8.50 a pelt off of them.
Well, that's not too bad.
Well, it keeps me alive.
Well, I'm going to try to explore this. This looks fantastic. Look at this.
That's where all the displays and exhibits in our museum is about the Western migration.
All right.
You go all the way across that arch if you go on the tour.
Uh-huh.
And when you get on the other side, you find them steps, young fella, to get you to the second level.
Okay.
You'll come all the way back again on the upper level through more displays.
Oh, wow. Okay.
It takes about 45 minutes.
Now, I read that did Disney Imagineers help out with this too, or do you know
No,
anything
sir,
else?
they did not.
Okay.
That was just a rumor.
Gotcha.
The Baker brothers, who manages both Disney and this place, originally were responsible for it.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, I'm glad you cleared that up, because I read a lot of mixed opinions on that.
Oh,
Disney
you hear all kinds of rumors out there on the trail, young fella.
Yeah. Fantastic. Well, we're going to hit the dusty trails. Thank you very much, sir.
You go over yonder then and trade with little Genie. That's where you'll get your pay.
Get the ticket to go in. All right. Thank you.
Then get back over here. He'll help you.
All right. Thank you, Crazy Meek.
Yes, sir.
Crazy Meek. All right. Thank you very much. Good luck on the trails.
Well, thank you. Now.
All right. We're going to hit the Nebraska adventure. Crazy Meek gave us a little bit of advice, some good history, some knowledge right there. Disney was not involved with the creation of this. That was a mistake I made earlier. But anyway, let's get tickets and let's head up this massive escalator to the Adventures of Nebraska. This is cool too. There's even a map here showing all the different Nebraska state parks. They've got them pinned in on this big map of the state of Nebraska. Just in case you want to go and do some hiking after this. Gotta love the old retro Coca-Cola machines.
Oh wow, even the picture up there, the people are moving. That's awesome.
So before you go up the escalator, they take you in this room and they've got some audio devices so you can hear a little bit about the history of all this. They've got a little movie here too. So I have to do a fun fact here. The movie about Schmidt, there was a scene filmed here that Jack Nicholson was in. The more you know. This is awesome. Look at this. Westward Ho. We are going up and you see these life-size figures. So the woman at the front desk corrected me. Disney did not design this overall exhibit, but they did design all of these life-size figures. So they were involved in the creation of many of these figures. Look at this. Wow. Look at this. Here we go, Westward Ho. Look at that. How awesome is this? Look at this, it's a recreation of an old west town in the prairies of Nebraska. They've got a flag pole right there, the carpenter shop, the old blacksmith. And look at this scene right here, the pioneers, the pilgrims moving westward ho, the skyline, and hey, I recognize that rock. Very fascinating quote here from Horace Greeley in 1843. It is palpable homicide attempt to send women and children over this 1,000 miles of precipice and volcanic sterility to Oregon. This migration wears an aspect of insanity. Just to give you an idea of how hard it was moving your entire family out in the western frontier and the hardships that you would have to face in doing so. Oh wow, it's a severe thunderstorm on the prairie. Oh, phew, it's over. The sun's coming out. That was rough. Oregon or bust. That's where we're headed. Down the old dusty trail, the Oregon Trail across Nebraska. This is absolutely incredible. This is fascinating. It's so interactive. I didn't even know what to expect, but this blows my mind. It's up there with the Abraham Lincoln Presidential Library as far as the history and presentation and creativity that's gone into this museum. Oh no, it's a stampede. Oh my gosh, it's a buffalo stampede. An exhibit of the many people who died trailblazing the Wild West, Pretty wild. They even have an old piano that they left behind, and here's their old wagon, or an old abandoned wagon left along the trail with their belongings still intact. Harsh realities. Funny thing is, I just changed out a battery. I still got sand on my hands from the great sand dunes. So I'm bringing a little bit of the dusty trail here to the old Pioneer Museum. Look at that. Between 1841 and 1866, almost 350,000 men, women, and children traveled west along the Platte River Road. There's the infamous Donner Pass. If you don't know what happened there, then just look it up.
Wow, look at this. It's a Remington model 1858 commemorative pistol, number 1 of 125 of the 125th anniversary of the Pony Express. Pretty awesome. Here's a reproduction of a Mormon odometer. Look at that. They don't make them like they used to. Some other items they have in the museum collected from the trails that the pioneers took. Look, there's a mechanical toy. It's a rooster pulling it looks like the Easter Bunny or a rabbit. It doesn't give a date, but from sometime in the 1800s, mid-1800s, I'm assuming. There's also a silver watch, an old rolling pin. You gotta have a coffee mill when you're traveling out west, of course, and then an old .32 caliber American Bulldog pistol. Pretty awesome.
Faces of the Old West. Here we're watching the Pony Express take off. It's got a long ways to deliver that letter. It's the Transcontinental Railroad being built. So before the Transcontinental Railroad was completed, stagecoach was the main form of transportation across the western frontier of the United States. And this is a reproduction of Mark Twain. This is Mark Twain sitting here. I don't know if that's Tom Sawyer in his hand, but he is riding the stagecoach west. And here comes a train. Here's a reproduction of a golden spike from the Union Pacific Museum. And wow, look how small the paper currency was, 25 cents. Not sure who that is on it. Looks like we're jumping ahead in time from the days of the railroad to the days of the automobile. The old Lincoln Highway, Highway 30, welcomes us across Nebraska. L for Lincoln. I like this quote right here. But west of Chicago, the real trip commences. I can speak from experience there. I really like this quote as well. Frankie Brimmer on the road of the Lincoln Highway. You know, you could almost update this for the internet highway in today's age. There's no dust though. Not much of that, maybe inside your computer. A lot of people do the Route 66 route, the Mother Road, but another road that is really cool that I've always wanted to road trip is the Lincoln Highway. And look at all of these states it spans across. Literally New Jersey, well, New York City, I think, all the way to California. And now we are fully into the mid-20th century. The superhighways, drive-in movie theaters, fast food restaurants, roadside cafes, Yellowstone National Park, destinations. My parents actually used to go there a lot as kids. And I never knew this. Interstate 80 was America's first transcontinental interstate. Fascinating. I like this statement here. Gotta love the classic diner waitress holding none other than Bun Coffee. Pretty awesome. You can see the flow of history here from the early settlers, the pioneers heading west, the Colorado Gold Rush, the stagecoaches, the trains, the railroads, turning into the automobile age, into the 20th century and the modern age, trucking industry, and onward, I guess, to Tesla and self-driving cars. They haven't gotten there yet. Oh, wow, and this is awesome. You even get your own view of Interstate 80. Whoa, that's glass. Look at that. A bird's eye view of Interstate 80. Oh, cool. You can even see how fast they're going. Look at that. 76. Let's see if we can get some people speeding. I think the speed limit here is 75 miles per hour. There's an 80. Overall, people are driving pretty close to that. I also like the sandhill crane touch they have right there. Sandhill cranes they migrate along this part of the country. So they get thousands of these things. This blows my mind. I mean, look at this. This is incredible. The one thing I love about this museum is it really harks the spirit of adventure, the spirit of the open road, the pursuit of happiness, the pursuit of freedom. It's incredible how they can summarize all this into one museum, and starting with the wild frontier, the stagecoaches going west, and then transferring that into the railroad era, into the 20th century with the automobiles, and onward into the 21st century. Definitely stop by here. It's incredible the way they put everything together. I need to look down so I don't fall off the escalator. The imagination and creativity and the way that they presented everything here. Historically, this place is absolutely incredible. If you guys are on Interstate 80 heading west in the Nebraska region, I highly recommend you stop by here at the Archway. It's one of the most fascinating exhibits I've ever seen anywhere in the United States. Definitely worth checking out. Get the spirit of adventure. Westward ho, or if you're going east, there's plenty to see out east as well. I'm just blown away. This is absolutely incredible. I can't recommend this enough. Another thing you'll see in these neck of the woods, tornado safes. That's right, we're in Tornado Alley. Gotta love this t-shirt. Nebraska, the good life. And some more Lincoln Highway t-shirts. You know, this is something I really want to do someday. Just a Lincoln Highway cross-country road trip. Not a lot of people do the Lincoln Highway. They have these sandhill crane postcards. I don't know what this is. Coasters, towels, t-shirts. I will say, if you've never seen a sandhill crane, these things are huge. I've never seen them in Nebraska, but I was traveling through Minnesota a few summers ago. They migrate up north to Minnesota in the summertime, and I thought these things were emus. They're huge. They look like ostriches. They're maybe not as big as an ostrich, but they are huge birds. Some of the biggest birds I've ever seen. They definitely stand out. Gotta love the giant wagon wheel here on the other side of this bridge spanning the Platte River. There's a bit of a trail that goes, I don't know how far, but along the river here there's a lot of different placards and informational boards along the way and some buffalo artwork. I don't have time to do that today though. I got a long road trip ahead, so I'm gonna hit the dusty trails. Well, that was an incredible experience. For now, it's time for me to hit the dusty trail. Please feel free to subscribe below. I've got plenty more content on the way as I traverse across Nebraska into Iowa and back towards Chicago and Illinois. For now, so long, Archway. It is time for me to get out of here. I'll see you guys on the other side.